Hey, good day, Greg Lewis. I just want to, today I have a short touching base with you, residents and stakeholders here in Lebanon, on our Lebanon in Depth show, about an upcoming matter, and that is that we're going to have a public hearing in Lebanon. And the public hearing is on Wednesday, December 4th, 2013, and it begins at 7 p.m. in the council chambers in City Hall. The purpose of this public hearing is to receive public input and take actions on a proposed ordinance, and it happens to be number 2013-01, and it's to amend the City Code Chapter 68 on fees, Article 3, miscellaneous fees, Section 68-15. All that really means is that there's a fee ordinance, and this is going to be authorizing a increase in the fee ordinance with regard to sewer service. What the public hearing will be about is a proposal to increase existing sewer service rates by 9%, and that will become effective January 1, 2014. I think every time in these days when we talk about any increase, it's a challenging thing. The sewer user rates here in Lebanon have been evaluated every year since 2007. And one of the difficulties, as I've said elsewhere on Lebanon in Depth, is how all our infrastructure, in particular the wastewater system, the sewer system, has all fallen down. Just the nursery rhyme. I think some of you are probably like me. We would dance around the yard as a little boy and playing Ring Around the Rosy. We all fall down. Well, the infrastructure's all has all fallen down. And it's just a matter how it's just rolling out, and we're busy trying to prop it back up and trying to replace it, and that includes the CSO program. We often talk about the separation of water sewer. That's a wastewater issue. There's been certain findings about what the background here is in terms of these rates. And I just note a couple of notes that have been provided and submitted to the City Council is that average residential users are not subsidizing commercial industrial users. All user classes are paying at the level of their estimated true costs of service. Sometimes there's debate about that, but the findings of the studies appear that's not the case. Everybody's paying their fair share. An alternative billing method using either a meter or a demand charge to cover fixed costs has been talked about in the past, but it was not moved forward out of the council because it would really raise the rate significantly for those who are on the low end of the user using water. If you don't use much water, it really would hit you hard to pay for fixed costs. So that had been talked about in the past. That's not currently, that didn't move forward. The council is very interested in reviewing if there's different ways of doing business in this area. We're going to have some policy linkage where we have sessions discussing this in 2015. But the immediacy of it is upon us, and that increase has been projected in previous submittals in the years ahead of us. It all appears that there is a pattern of increasing. I think that I've said what is in terms of where things are. In terms of costs in our environments is, what's predictable? Well, what is predictable is nothing's predictable. But given that statement, which means that we got to be prepared to ride an uncertain path, we need to plan, do, evaluate, just do that continuously, and we need to put our minds to it. Our financial director, Lynn Jarvie, and then some of our consultants with Underwood Engineering, they've really spent some time beating their brains about is this the right number? It should be higher. What can we do? And taking in the context of all that's happening in terms of the property tax increase as well, this rate increase is an important factor to have some sort of total balance. This year, the determination in that analysis was that a water service rate increase is not suggested for 2014, but that the 9% sewer service rate, which is sewer service minimum service charge, and the rate, flat rate residential charges increase. There's a lot of consumption of water. This is based as a consumption fee. So the consumption of water continues. I mean, we all need the water in our homes, in our businesses. So the process will go forward. You know, the quarterly billing that happens here in Lebanon, this will be a 9% increase. I'll end this by saying that, you know, the reality is that that there's probably no free lunch in our lives, is there? I think we all found that out. If we haven't found that out yet, I think we probably recognize we have to find out. The question is what the outcome we're paying for, and the outcome is to be able to have disposal of non-potable water, wastewater, sewer water. These are things we need to do for environmental reasons and also for sanitary reasons, health reasons. And as I said in the show before, when you see disastrous situations, whether it's the Philippines, Haiti, or Katrina, or any of the other disasters, you see what happens when the wastewater, sewer water, all fall down. These things can't, and they must be taken care of. And the only way to fund them right now is through this consumption tax on those who use pay. There's some other ideas, other policies. There's some thinking that'll be. We welcome input from citizens and other alternatives. But we want to especially note for you the public hearing, because this is all about engaging you in the conversation. Because we want to pull together. We're all in the same system, the same wastewater system. We're all paying, and we're going to pay more. And then the question is, you know, your input as you're thinking. If there's great creative and talented people in the community. If you have some ideas, please feel free to share it with us. I think you'll make sure you hit our website. It'll have information. You can contact us. Use Ask Leb to make suggestions. We're trying to get people to use Ask Leb. The more you use Ask Leb, I think the better off we'll all be. We will need everybody's input. So if you're, this gives you a chance to come to the public hearing and make your say, and just think we all have to be responsible and mature about dealing with our needs, and that we, as I tell my kids, you know, everything we do, there's costs associated, and so we have to go through and figure these things out together. So let's do it all together. Let's pull together. And the rate making hearing is up here on December 4th again. Come at 7 o'clock in City Hall and in the chambers. Thank you, and wish you a very good day.